this week's episode of from a video from My Mum Bakes Cake, which is yours truly. And in today's reasonably short video, I'd like to chat about the shape of Flerfs to come. What are Flerfs going to be like in the next year or in the following years from now on? Okay, and in order to do justice to that, perhaps we could go and take a look at the current state of Flerfs, because they're dropping like flies, and it's really the hardcore flat earthers that are in complete denial, trying to deny everything from space to you name it, right? And when you ask them for evidence, and I'll be showing you that in just a moment, they hardly ever, they never actually answer the question, never provide any evidence. It's all memes or misunderstandings or whatever, right? So with that, let me go and share screen, and let's go to entire screen, make sure the audio is on. Okay, cool. That's one here. Share. And we'll start with Matters Now. Now, big fan of his. And like MC Toon and FTFE, Matters Now goes into these Discord servers, right? He jumps in and starts asking questions, or into TikTok servers or wherever, and starts asking them questions about the shape of the earth. And there's a few flat earthers in there who will never answer the question, right? Give you the most ridiculous answers you've ever heard of. And I'm trying to think, why? There's a whole bunch of them. Let's see if I can go to the main room here. Here we go. Right. Now, if you can see that, you can see how a bunch of them are in this Discord. I think it's Discord. That could be the 24-hour live stream. Oh, anyway. So there's a bunch of people on the call, either listening in the background. Some of them will participate, but these people are either in their homes, or on their mobile phones, or in the car, like CC and many others, or in their basements, or mum's basements, and they're talking about flat Earth and the reasons for it. Right? They're trying to justify the flat Earth stance, right? What makes the flat Earth? And they give various reasons, and they'll throw in, most of the time, NASA, the second law of thermodynamics, or third law of thermodynamics, Newton's laws, straight lines, and all this type of stuff, right? Again, a complete lack of understanding of how things actually work. And when you ask them that, or when you say something like that to them, they'll reply, "Oh, you're indoctrinated." I'm thinking, hang on, or it's not in the Bible. So the Bible is true, and this is not, right? I'm thinking, what's the Bible got to do with flat Earth? It's nothing. But they bring up certain quotes which they misunderstand and whatever. So let me just play a little bit here.
Right, look, I don't want to get into an argument. Look, I'm not going to get into an argument.
Right,
listen.
Because you have no argument, you have no evidence.
Right,
it's already been shown.
You.
Yeah,
just stop.
Spanish is my native language, dude. This is silly.
Who cares?
This is literally
So
stupid.
what?
All right,
it's not silly.
Yeah, there's Matters Now talking to a bunch of very silly people who have nothing else better to do than just argue and talk about nonsense. They can't bring a point forward. When you ask them a question, they'll obfuscate, diffuse, move the goalpost, and get everything wrong. All right, so there's that one. And then DKS, Dead Kennedy in Space, or Classic Aerospace History. Okay, checking in on flat earthers. And then he's talking about here about Leo. Leo, the crane driver. Oh my gosh, he's still going on about that. The non-flat earther, flat earther. Right? He keeps saying it's not a flat earther, but the Earth is flat because it's demonstrable science. Right? I'm thinking, huh? And he keeps bringing up the tower cranes. Why aren't the tower cranes, with these big giant balls, whatever, swaying because of the Earth's rotation? Right? That's his whole argument. He doesn't understand why they're not moving. So this is why flat earthers think the Earth is still and stationary, doesn't move. Okay, and they don't realize that we're moving at the same speed. So go on a train. It's the same concept. Anyway, so here's Leo. It's very funny. Brings up these old cartoons, which is quite hilarious.
There were those who insisted that the Earth had an edge, beyond which lived frightful demons. If you came too close to the edge, as time went on, however,
anyway,
became
if you can,
dissatisfied.
go check out Checking In on Flat Earthers from Classic Aerospace History, or known as Dead Kennedy in Space. Brilliant guy. He's done a lot of videos on Apollo and everything else. But yeah, he started off doing flat Earth stuff, but he's veered off. So yeah, he's returned with a flat Earth video. Make sure you go check it out. It's this. I mean, for comedy gold, check it out. This is absolutely hilarious. All right, so here we go. This is this is Dave, the app guy, right? The flat Earth app guy, talking to ChatGPT, asking ChatGPT a bunch of questions, and ChatGPT just roasts him every single time because he doesn't understand, doesn't quite understand the responses, or he denies the responses that ChatGPT give him. Let's play a little bit here.
Rate, assuming no air resistance.
Now here's where Dave tries to get tricky. And notice how he's trying to manipulate ChatGPT into agreeing with him. So when you fire off your cannonball and it goes into orbit like so, okay? If the gravitational attraction was in this direction.
There's Bob the Science Guy, another great educator. I mean, we've got so many smart people out here, from PhD Tony to Professor Phil Bell, who take on these flat earthers, and flat earthers have nothing. They don't have any answers. It's hilarious. So yeah, okay, here we are on the Arctic Reflections. I mean, Arctic done been doing flat earth for a while. His English may not be that good, but he's quite understandable. His photography. One thing I like about Arctic is his production, high quality productions, high quality photographs. I mean, if you go to his earlier videos when he shows the pictures he's taking, I mean, they're just gorgeous. You can use them as backgrounds. They're so good. So here we are. We've got Mark Sargent, DJ Curious, Randy the puppet, and Flat Earth Dave. Now, I put forward that someone commented about these puppets. I think they're all puppets. I mean, flat earthers are becoming puppets. They just parrot everything everyone else says. They don't understand anything. They have no answer for sunsets or sunrises, right? And they just go around in circles and try to deny everything. It's hilarious.
Kill a great story with facts.
What's up with that? Good point.
Good
And
point.
they don't do anything in my opinion, I mean, you know Dave as well as anybody. I mean, the most of the bandwidth, 90-something% of the bandwidth that's still being transferred in the world is all.
So yeah, go check out Arctic Reflections. Check out this video. Subscribe to him if you haven't done so already. I'll see if I can put the link. See if I can remember to put the links in the channel. But you can go look these up yourself. So that's the current state of flat earthers at the moment. So where would flat earthers be? And you can see them devolving, not evolving, but devolving, right? You just listen to them and see what they're saying. And the arguments are getting worse. Their nature is getting worse. Their attitudes are getting worse. So yeah, it sounds like a cult to me, right? Then you got Jeranism, if I can go find him. Jeranism, there he is. The TikTok and internet theory, and he's bringing out the We Were Flat, or WWF. Great show to listen to, WWF, of flat earthers that were flat earthers who have now come back to the globe because they finally understood that the flat earth made no sense. Okay. So well done, Jaron. I didn't subscribe to him for a long time because he was a flat earther. And even when he came back from the Antarctic, sorry, I didn't subscribe to him then. Again, it was still deciding on what to do. However, since he's become this giant thorn in the flat earth side, and he takes on flat earthers head on, right, and explains it quite well. And this is because he went there. He actually did an experiment, which many flat earthers say he shouldn't have done, right? Again, when I started this channel and started looking into this flat earth nonsense, many of the flat earthers in the early days started saying, do your own research. Right? I do my own research. I look on YouTube videos, I go to Google, I go outside, I live near the beach, I see a sunset. And then I ask myself, how does that work on the flat earth? I see the sun and the moon in the same part of the sky. How does that work on the flat earth? Right? They don't have any answers. Where does the sun go at night? Why is it dark? Right? Simple, basic questions that any third grader can answer. But flat earthers fail to, although they go, oh, but NASA does this, and go, what has NASA got to do with the shape of the earth? And the Bible says this, but what does that got to do with the shape of the earth? The earth was a globe way before the Bible even became a thing. So yeah, it's insane. All right. So the shape of things to come with flat earthers, I just see them hunkering down, doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down into their deep, deep echo chambers of denial and facts and what is true, so deep that they'll turn out to be something like Mikey or others who don't have the full six-pack working for them. They don't quite understand everything, and then because they fall into this flat earth thing, they'll run with it and believe it so hard that getting them out is impossible. And that's the way things are going to go in the next couple of years. I mean, the numbers will start to dwindle. They're starting to dwindle already because of TFE, the final experiment. And many flat earthers are seeing that, or many people who are thinking about flat earth are seeing that because they ask simple questions, and flat earthers have no answers. So unless you're living in some sort of basement or you go into these servers, the TikTok servers or Discord servers, then yeah, and you find yourself falling down the flat Earth rabbit hole, then there's very little that can save you. Okay, yeah. So be careful out there. Even though you might be a religious person and think the Bible may or may not have the answers for you in regards to the shape of the Earth, just remember, if you can, that the Earth was a globe long before you and I were here, and will remain a globe long after we are gone. So with that, thanks a lot for watching. Have a great evening wherever you are. And that's the shape of things to come, well, the shape of Flerf, things to come. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one, and bye for now.